Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jan, and today in this video I want to tell you about let's say main rules of trading, or maybe main rules of day trading. You can call it whatever you want, but I will tell you the rules I follow before I'm making decisions about the orders and the trades. And so I'm not sure how to exactly to call it, if it's a day trading rules or just trading rules, because usually I do trade during the day and I'm trying to close my positions at the end of the day. But sometimes I leave the trades if I see the good opportunity, and I can trade for a few days. And even you saw it, I was trading and leaving the trades until the next week. So I will share with you my main rules. And first of all, of course, again, warning that Forex is a very risky business. You can make money, you can also lose, even more than you invested. So you have to be very careful. You have to use money management and understand that you can lose. So if you really need, you're not sure, you need help, you need to ask professional advice. So if you agree with all the conditions, let's continue watching the video. So what we're starting from, what I'm starting from. So I will be making an example again of this week, which is week of November, and starting this Sunday, 1st of November, the market will be opening soon, and up until the 6th of November, Friday, we will be doing some trades, hopefully. And this is our trading week. So the starting of the trading week, let's say, first of all, the first rules. There are no particular order, but let's say rule number one, of course, before the trading starts, the trading week, it's analysis. The most important, and I've been telling you mostly all the time, the main thing we do is we need to find out what is the trend. We have to find out the main trend. And all examples will be for just one pair, Euro USD, which you can also, the same rules you can use for any other pairs. But my main and favorite pair is Euro USD, So, and you can see this open chart already. Right now it's 30 minutes, but I always start from the monthly chart. So let's do it from the beginning. Okay, I have already some lines here, but let's see this other one. As you remember, as always, first of all, we see what's the situation in the whole picture. Monthly charts, we can see, you can see it from the previous history, and I was making the videos and predicting that there will be unknown situation here, and it's exactly what's happening because we actually had it before. You remember this from this history? We had something like that, and this is what's happening right now. The market doesn't know where to go. So before we had downtrend, monthly, euro dollar was going down, and now it's unknown situation. It doesn't know where to go. The market can't decide if it wants to continue downtrend or it wants to go up. So now we know this, and we have lots of wings here, and because of that and very big distances, I'm going to remove these lines for now. I mean, we know the main situation. So okay, next we're going to daily chart and see a little bit better picture now. Again, you remember, so we have this downtrend, and now we have, again, from one of the videos, replacing these levels, not here, right there, because that's what it was previously, as our triangle. Do you remember I was doing it like that? And we have this main pattern, which, as I told you and explained in previous videos, if you want to see that, I see a triangle here. And just as I predicted in previous videos, again, as you remember, the market was trying to create a bottom. I was saying it's either going to create a bottom or it's going to break it. So you obviously can see it's starting to break it. Right now you can see it's actually broke that level, and it's on the way down right now. But you know that such big patterns on daily charts I do not trade, because it's very big distances. You really need a big account, a bit more skills. So that's why my normal system for triangles I only use on 15-minute charts, 30 minutes and 1 hour. So, but not on a daily chart, because it's a very it's a lot of pips. Look at that, how many pips in here. It's like 286. So you really, if you would follow that strategy I explained about the amazing triangle, then you would need have a very big account to be able to hold if there will be market will be going in the wrong direction. And so you need a bit better knowledge and more skills, I would say. So that's why this is all good. We know about this, and you see our main level here is broken right now, and market is sitting here right now around it. So that's the one thing, main picture again, right? We're going back to, let's say, 1 hour, probably 4 hours bit, so it would be a bit better picture. Again, as you can see, we had this uptrend, and as I was saying, like using Fibonacci from the previous video, that this trend is not broken yet. So that one, which is going daily again, so you better see that one, as we had correction down, up, and down again, and now, if you remember, it's around 78 now, level 78 Fibonacci. I don't want to put it now because it's going to be too many lines, so you know roughly what it is and how to use it. So right now it's just the main rules of the trading. So we're trying to find out the main trend on a smaller chart. So we can see that, so let's do the 4 hours again, and you can see from that top the market is going down. So now we know, and now we find out we have a downtrend, and we're trying to draw it. And so what we're doing, drawing it like this right now. This is exactly how I did previously when I was making my trades. I showed you in the previous video. That was the main, because it started from here, the downtrend, so I use this as the main point, and as I draw that line and using this bottom, and it showed me that bottom clearly. This is how I made one of my trades. So this is the main trend. So we just figured out that we have this trend, and the market is inside there. You can see it's underneath our important level, the daily chart from the triangle. So it's right now here. And so the other thing is also could be, with the trends, and that's what we're going to do is to see every day what's going to happen. But what we can do also, because we have here also kind of at this moment it's market stop, so we have also the top here. So actually we can draw also the trend like that. So it's possible that it could be trend going that way. Anything can be possible. So because we have the other two tops. So for example, we're using that top and we're using that top. So it could be something looking like this. So, but to me, main would have been that one, the first one I drew. That would be, in my opinion, is a bit stronger, because it showed me this bottom quite clearly previously, but it could be also that way. Anyway, doesn't matter right now. It would be important when we will be in daily trading, but before the week opens, the most important, so I know that it's a downtrend. Right now market is in downtrend, and so the next what we do is analyzing the previous week. So what happened to the previous week? Obviously we can see there were news, and the market even before the week, the news, right, that's what market moved down, and then it was like little here like movement, and then market dropped again because of the news, and it's corrected, and now it stands here. So this is the analyzing the previous week, so that way. And I have to do next is to point out where we have the maximum and the minimum of the previous week, maximum price and minimum price. So we would know what price range market is moving in. It's so the lowest price like was 108.97, and the maximum price was 110.90. Well, it's like plus minus a little bit, is not very important as long as it's just like a little bit, like a couple of pips. But the distance here we can see it's about like 180 pips. So it's moving inside, let's say, this price range. The price range is 100 pips. So it's even, you can see that's like stopped kind of pretty much like in the middle, well, slightly high. It's like 90 something up and 90 something down. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle. So so now we know maximum minimum, and so it's like 100 pips. Right now it's in the middle, and of course the first is if it's will it break those two price ranges, like will it come out from the maximum or the minimum price. So right now it's in the middle, and of course there are so many different levels, but as I say, we're looking at 1 hour chart. It will be more important on a 15-minute chart, and a daily trading when I'll be thinking to place the orders, not to place the orders, or what to do. So now what I usually do, of course, is looking and trying to see if actually I can see any patterns. You know, my favorite patterns are triangles, and obviously I can see right now that there are no patterns. There is nothing to look at. I can't see anything, and the only I can see is that mini uptrend, right? So I can draw this too. So I know that there is mini uptrend. Maybe just a little bit like this, maybe started to break already, maybe a little bit lower. Well, I'm not planning to trade on Monday, because usually I keep Mondays to see what is happening after the market opens. So, but yes, I can see that there is an uptrend, that little mini uptrend, and actually the one I was using to make another trade. So that's what I can see right now. So that's what market stopped like this. Also, of course, another one is we have one top, and I have another top, and I have third top. So of course I'm going to draw that, and I'm going to draw it a little bit further to see up until the end of the week. If that also level, it's also level because it's going down, and we have 1, 2, 3. 3 tops, so I'm drawing it right actually to the cross of these levels, which also, if I will use that bottom and try to do parallel, and well, also I guess to the crossing the level here. So now I have a picture, of course, and I'm thinking what can happen this week, and now I'm analyzing and predicting that what can happen. So the market can move around these levels. So there's lots of levels, and of course it could be confusion. Okay, it can break any of these levels, when it's going to do it, how it's going to break it, is it going to be strong or not. So of course the next most important thing we do is we check in the economic calendar. So we're going to any Forex sites with economic calendar. So I'm using daily FX, and I'm starting from Monday. So you can see Monday the 2nd of November. So I'm checking out all the news for Euro USD. So what do I have? Like Euro, like low. Okay, I have 2 o'clock. ISM manufacturing, it says high. Well, here is not very big numbers, but okay. So I check every single day with the calendar, see what the news are going to be for euro, for dollar, and I'm going to mark it on the chart. So that's the Monday. We have Tuesday, not much at all. We have some starts from like what, 8:30 something medium, and then 1:45 it's like low, factory orders at 2 o'clock medium. So I can probably make a note of the factory orders as medium at 2 o'clock. Then we have Wednesday again, so we have some European news, 7:45, they're very low, so not very important. And then we're going to see, we have some American news, again, employment change, 12:15, but well, it starts from 11, so we can make a note of the 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And Thursday, okay, Thursday we have European news, starts from 8 o'clock. We have some medium news, 9 o'clock also medium news. So yes, I will make a note of this, okay. Next we have again American news, which starts from 11:30, not very important, very low. Again medium at 12:30. Okay, and we're going down to Friday, the most important day, because very important news, non-farm payrolls, and also unemployment rate, and it starts from 12:30. Also there are some other news, and 12:30 you can see how many news. So obviously from that point we know that market is going to wait for Friday news. So of course, because there are so many different other news going to be during the week, there could be some movements, but let's say the biggest movement we will be expecting, especially with all these numbers, if they will come out like this, then we can see probably a good movement on euro dollar going down. So as you can see, all of these red vertical lines, this is all the news I marked, and the most important one is here on Friday, which is, well, okay, which is here, which has disappeared right now, so I'm going to put it back. So I have, what's that, 6, so I'll start it from 12 o'clock, so 6 November, this one, so before, this is the end of the week. So that one is the important day, and of course what I can see from here, that I of course can think that market will not be broken. I mean the trend ain't going to be broken before Friday. That I would say still this main one, so using that one, which is show you again a little bit like that one, see. So I would think that that one is going to be broken on Friday, that main level, either up or down, I don't know. But it all depends how the market will move, because there will be all this news during the week. Usually know how strong the movements during the week will be, we would kind of think how strong the news will be. So it all depends, because the market can choose any direction. So what the first is obviously comes to the mind, if the market is going to wait for the Friday news, that you can see that level which is created from these three tops, it's crossing the bottom of this price, well, this bottom, right? So it's crossing, so it looks like it could be possibly that the market will just stay inside this, something which looks like a triangle to me. Could be, but all depends how strong this news movements, how influenced this news are going to be on the market. So it all depends what is going to be happening here. So possibly it will move inside, and then on Friday around here we will see the bigger movement, let's say maybe down, maybe it's like 200, I don't know, maybe it will go up, and probably around this main level again. Yeah, is our triangle on daily chart. So again, so it's all will be more and better visible closer to Friday, so see what's going to happen. But right now the market is still not open, and it's in this position, and we have all these different levels. So we have something to look at and bear in mind before the market opens. And so we have kind of main strategy, let's say. So we have the trend, we know where the market going, we know what the news are going to happen, we have some other levels, and now of course it's going to be a daily. And so it all depends. Of course it's possible to maybe try to put any trades, but I'm not going to risk it, I'm not going to do anything, because right now for me I can't see anything to go for this trade. So at this moment, of course, like what's the first come to the head is, well, possibly maybe it will go like this, maybe it will go down a bit, but it's quite, as I'm saying, it's a very big distances here between the levels. It's quite far. It's like 100 pips. You see, I mean 100 pips to that, to the bottom of the previous week. So possibly maybe it will just sit around here. I don't know. So that's why I need to see. So maybe market will move slowly, maybe it will move around here. So we'll see. So of course on Tuesday what I'm going to do, I'm going to look what happened on Monday and analyze the day. And so how we do the everyday rules, everyday trading rules, so daily ones, right? So let's say it's Monday today, well Monday opening the market, I'm analyzing and I'm analyzing the previous movements, previous week, and I'm predicting kinda with all those levels what is going to happen next week, what I'm expecting. So that's the one thing. So Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, of course, each and every day you look what was happening the previous day. So we're doing the same, analyzing previous day, and of course what I do, what's the trend, so mini trend, yeah. So did it right now you can see like it's a little uptrend. Then we're going to see on Tuesday, is it going to continue that little uptrend? Is it going to be a channel? Maybe it will be pattern, like a triangle pattern. So we're going to see that first. Then next, of course, the main movements we're expecting is opening European session and London session. And so we see how strong the movements, if there are any patterns like channel created, a horizontal channel, or is it a triangle, or is it a mini trend channel created? And before the European London session again, is it would be worth it to put in your orders and try to trade? So it's all going to see it next day after Monday movements. So the next, I mean, even on Monday before this news, maybe something market would create, I don't know, need to see it too. But on Tuesday or even before the European session opens, London, so all the same analysis. So just looking at it to see where the trend is, any patterns, any channels. So the next movement we're expecting is open in the American session, New York, and of course, and then the news. So the news, which are like we saw, that news will be 11 starting, 12:30, 2 o'clock. So all of these times, and see what's happening in the market before that, analyzing the market and expecting those main news, main movement. Of course, that's all I guess for now. And then of course you know that placing the order sold before those important times on the market, and right now I think that's all. And then every day we'll be looking again, I will be looking at the charts and saying or using all those rules. I think now you know all these kind of rules, and using the same rules for everyday trading, for day trading. So okay, that's all for now. Okay, my friends, and so today is Saturday, I'm making video, and let's just go back now to the our chart, just to show you again examples, because all the videos I've been making, it's all about all the same strategies. There's nothing new, well, except the new one, you know, about the now trend lines, trend channels, let's say, and which is again, it's the same, it's support, resistance, all the same. So you can see here right now, it's the week was from the 1st of November, it was Sunday when the market opened, and you can see all the trades here, again using not very big lots, micro lots, like what about maximum is 0.10, and if you look, it's all going down, it's about, so they usually split, half positions closed, half left, so it's 8, 0.8, 0.3, and of course the main concentration this week, as I said at the beginning of the video, will be was on euro dollar, and the only another thing, I was trading on the news. I was trading again euro, pound dollar, Australian dollar, and dollar Canadian dollar, and I will tell you a little bit about it, what happened. So I'm going just to 4 hours because it's easier to see. You can see a bit clearer picture. Remember when I was showing at the beginning that I saw this kind of levels which looks like triangle, but obviously you can see. So I was thinking that the market will be moving around this area, and it depends on what news. Will it continue down, or maybe it will walk inside it until the Friday, because Friday we were expecting the major news. And as I predicted, the market would not break our main trend channel, and you can see that didn't happen. And but the market didn't create a triangle, so that's all right. But it's still, you can see it's still slowing down. Before the Friday, it slowed down around the minimum of the previous week. So you can see now like the importance of the minimum and maximum prices of the previous week. So it's slowed down around that area. You can see it's here. And then the news, as I said, we were expecting the, if you would look in the economic calendar, you would see what the numbers were there. And I was saying if the numbers will be, the prediction would have been with the numbers, then we will see euro dollar going down. And this is exactly what happened. Except, of course, I was thinking that on Friday, the news on Friday should break main trend, but you can see it's actually stopped at the bottom line of our trend. So, and it slowed down on here. So that's what happened the whole week. And so the mostly exactly as was predicted, is what I was expecting from the market. That's what happened. And if we'll go back to now, let's say daily, just like I'm saying, like every day. And so that's what you see. I had a trade here on Monday, which it was on Sunday, really, Sunday to Monday, because I had a gap here. That's another strategy I didn't tell you about, but maybe I'll make a video, because I don't trade gaps very often, just sometimes when I see an opportunity. So because I had this moment here, so I traded it. But I'm not going to tell you exactly what the strategy is about. I think many of you would know anyway, but if you don't, I'll make a video about it. So that's about, I made about 20 pips here. And it's one of the trades in here, if you would look right at the beginning. It's about that one. It's where I closed half positions, and then I put the trailing stop, and the market didn't continue going down, so I sold here and I closed the position here, and then by trailing stop I closed a little bit with some little profit. You can see like about say 70 cents. And so of course Monday I didn't trade. As I was saying, I wasn't going to trade on Monday, so that was just on the opening of the market trade. And of course I was waiting. So on Tuesday, just as I said all the rules, checking out what's happening, I had a trade here, so I also sold, and which made me about, like I say, 50 pips here, which you can also see around, I think it's this one. And so what I was doing here, I guess you can see again, what we have here is a triangle. So that's the pattern, one of my favorite patterns, as you can see, and you already know the system. That was the triangle pattern. So that was finding the any patterns or channels before the European session. You can see we have Europe starting somewhere like around 6, 7 o'clock London then, and all the main movements happened in the morning. I'm saying in GMT plus 0, it's in MT4 here. So that's the system you already know. I'm not going to spend time on it, but of course you can see we had a triangle. I had a triangle that's very strong, and that's why I had a very good trade here. And how I come out from the trade also is very easy. We know the patterns are usually creating when the trend should either change or maybe continue. So in our case it was changing the direction, so we had uptrend and then triangle, and afterwards it was downtrend, and so I come out here on 78 level as Fibonacci line. So I use Fibonacci to come out from that trade. So I'm taking it away now, except as you can see, the market actually corrected itself a little bit, and then next day it's actually moved down again. So which I could have, let's say, closed maybe half position or something, and let it run a bit longer, because it's obvious we have a downtrend on euro. Is a downtrend, so it's been you can see a while. So but you know, I don't like to risk too much, so I decided not to go and I closed the trade. But I opened another trade next day, and again here I saw just my usual system. You can see that was a channel. It was a channel which had enough candles in it. It's about 19 candles. Except this, I was looking in the evening, and the market actually moved during the Asian session, so you can see it's at night. Well, except it moved just a little bit, and then it reversed, and again, European session and London session, it's actually made its main move. And so it's like the entrance was here, and I come out around here, so it's like now 20 pips again. And then obviously the news will happen in here, which I didn't catch because I was waiting for the main news on Friday. That's why I didn't go for any other trades. So I made 3 trades already, and I decided just to wait for Friday because major news expecting. So see, Thursday I also didn't do any trades, and on Friday just using my usual news trading system, and I made some profit on the news event. So you can see it's over here, so we can see the for euro. So, and the only what I did for euro, I come out around here because I was thinking that the market would break the main level here that you see, which is from our main downtrend, but it didn't happen. So the market decided to stop. Obviously, maybe the market was going too long down, so maybe it wants to correct itself. But on the other side, it's reached our one of the levels, so maybe it will be correction. Maybe next week it will continue its way down. So I didn't look at it yet. I will be doing it on Sunday again. Before the market opens, I will be analyzing again the week, what happened, and thinking of what can happen next week, and what the news are going to be. I didn't check it yet. Right now it's all what happened the previous week and all the rules I'm using. So that's I'm just saying, because like last time, a week before, I was leaving trades open until they open in the next trading week. I was thinking maybe it will be a gap or something, which didn't happen, and so that's why I decided this time I just decided to come out before the opening of the week. So I don't know, maybe it's thinking to correct again. I don't know, maybe it will continue down. So, but that's all. For euro, you can see all the rules, using the systems you already know about, well, except the gap one, okay, for example. But the triangle could make a very good trade on triangle. Also small channel, which is not as, let's say, if you not sure, you probably wouldn't get into this trade, but it still was a small channel. And the news trading, all good. Which is also here, as you can see, it broke that level, which was the minimum of the previous week, which I could also put some orders here, but as I said, because it was before the main news, it was a bit risky, and that's why I didn't do it like here. So I decided just to avoid, except with this one it still could have been, you see, it's now like 50 pips movement from that level, and the news. But I decided not to risk it, and because there's nothing created here really, no any other channels or anything around this area, so I didn't go into the trade. But that's all about the euros. You can see the examples and the main rules of trading, day trading. And so if we'll go look quickly at let's say Canadian dollar, and the trade didn't work for me. As you can see in my results here, there is no it's Australian, pound and euro, and that's it. There is no Canadian because it didn't work. The trade didn't work. I put the orders, but obviously it's the news, and you can see in the news can happen anything. So maybe it was slippery or something, and my orders didn't work. But you see, there is no protection from it. If it didn't work, it didn't work, so I didn't get into the trade. So I missed this. So I don't know what happened really, but it does happen. It's not guaranteed, and there are risks of trading news. So I'm saying if you're not sure, don't trade on news, on big major news, that's what I'm saying, which was non-fun for American dollar. But if you would look quickly at Canadian, and you can see again, this was the week. As I said to you, I didn't concentrate on the Canadian dollar. First of all, Canadian and Australian, they're not my favorite pairs, but euro dollar is the one, and I'm concentrating on it more. But if, for example, I would have traded the Canadian, you can see, if any of you are interested in trading, it's all the same. You can see the main trend, the blue lines. But as you remember, then I was making a video about the Canadian dollar before, that's why I decided to tell you a little bit. So it could have been this way, or it could have been this way, and you can see that both ways actually worked, as we have. And also, if you would look at that one, is the red one, and the red one can show you something like this. That's what I'm saying, that level and that level, which still, if you would do, well, kind of a little bit, if you would do this one and you move that level to, let's say, here, which you could have like co-op a little bit with this these three bottoms. So it's all about that you can move a little bit, but when the market moves closer to your position, to the levels or something, so you can move a little bit or put some more levels in it. And you can see around here, that's what I had previously. My main point was this ones there, this major movement, like where we had some, not this one, that one. That's where, remember, that's where I draw the first. You saw one of the videos previously, and so that's I wanted to show you. That's what I picked, 1, 2 and 3 tops, and we had one bottom. So I picked this as a trend, and you can see inside the trend we had another bottom which didn't reach the bottom of this line, and it stopped here. That's why I could draw 1 and 2, and I could draw the line, and then this is where we could predict where the one of the movements would be here. And as you can see with that one, for example, if we would use, let's say, take when we had these two tops, one top and another top, and we'll draw it parallel to these two, you would see where the roughly there would have been this top. So with all of this, what you could do is, again, you can see, so this is 1 hour, and if you just go on a 15-minute chart, and you would see all the trades you could have made. If I would have been trading, this is what I could have done. Using this little one, so let's say again, where we have it here is Monday. So Monday, well, still we can see there is like a channel, but it's quite hard one. Let's say you wouldn't touch this channel, but you can use this little area, and that main level here, where you can see the movement here was about, well, it was about 50 roughly pips, and for just 10 pips easily, well, I could make here. Then next one, and then the market moved. So here I wouldn't touch, of course. I was just, well, okay, predicting that movement, that Y wouldn't go for longer, so predicting that movement could have stopped around here, and it did. That's why if you go for a smaller pips like I usually do, 10 pips, and let's say 10 pips would have been trailing stop, or 20 pips trailing stop, of course it would have been stopped by that. And but you still could have made just 10 pips, so even more if you would think to come out around this area. So you wouldn't lose, you wouldn't even make, just predicting where it could stop. So that's the one point. Then the next one, of course, again, the main line is, remember, like the first time it was trying to break, and it did actually break and then come back again into our area. So we have some kind of another again option when the market was coming around here. You can see if it's coming again, so we can put the orders around here again and make some more profit around here, and again predicting that this time market might move again to this level, and this time it's actually broke it. I mean, here another 10 pips easily you could have made, except more than that. But let's say in a safe mode, as I like to say, safe mode, so you could make easily 10 pips on this area. And of course, as you can see, there is nothing around here, nothing I would like to do, with, except it's broke this area. You can see it's broke that level, but we had news before, so, and that's what I was trading on the news, but obviously the orders didn't work, so for somehow it didn't work. But that's all just using the levels, using the simple rules, analyzing the previous day, looking for patterns, looking for channels, looking for support resistance levels. That's it. So that's all what would have been done with Canadian dollars, just roughly, quickly, just looking at it. This is what trades you could have made easily this week. And looking at Australian one, also the same quick look. This was my trade here on on the news, which worked well. And you see again the market also get to the bottom of the downtrend main channel, which I drew quite a while ago, as you can see. And because, as you remember, one of the videos I showed you that I was trading this news event and it didn't work well because I had some technical problem and I actually get into the trade around this area. And I was still hoping, okay, maybe it will break it, but it didn't. You see, it returned, and it's because it was very slow, and next day, so I tried to come out around this area with small profit, so it worked well. But usually I would put like around like about 20 pips, so I would never go into that trade if I would be trading like my usual one. It's just a technical issue. But I remember that channel, and you can see that actually the market moved and it touched this level and it moved down to next level. So it's all inside the channel. And so what kind of trade could have been? Like one of the trades is, again, you can see when the market from here it moved up and started to reverse here, started to turn around, which also you could think, okay, maybe it will come out around here. But when the market started to come out again from that level, what about like 20 pips up, and we will never get into the trade if you would do so. Because remember also about these wings, you can see there are wings coming out, so that's why when you come to that close, let's do it like on this area, you would always bear in mind that it could be like this, so it will still sit inside because of these little wings. So you always think, okay, it might be plus minus, and you can be in a trade you don't want to be in. But as let's just leave it on that, because you can see clearly this is the trend which I drew before, and you saw in previous videos very easily. And so here you could have traded, but okay, the previous week we're looking at this one, like this created mini uptrend inside our downtrend, and you do exactly the same what I would have done to draw these lines and then just make another trade. From that you can see it moved about 45 pips, so it's easily now 10 pips with my strategy, where say like 20 pips go into the trade, taking out 10 pips, close half positions or close all positions. It's just everybody decide for themselves, or even risking and leaving longer positions, just thinking, okay, from here it will probably go down and this would have been main target. So it all depends on of course who wants to get and what you want to get. If you want to get just a little bit, let's say safer trading, then you can do so, like closing some positions, like taking just 10 pips, maybe 20 pips, less risk, but risking a bit more, and you can be more rewarded. For example, if I would trade that and stayed in the trade, then it could have been like 100 pips. But you see, this week it was absolutely perfect. The market moved just as you predict. It was a great performance, and not making any money this week or losing any money this week, I don't know. It's, you know, you really need to learn and watch my videos more careful if you manage to do any losses this week on especially on the euro. It's been very good trading, and you can see in Canadian and Australian dollar. And so if we would look at the pound, the same, lots of opportunities with pound dollar, and you can see again this is the beginning of the week, and you remember all these levels. I think I had these levels too from the previous week, and so you can see that the market, remember I was trading and making the videos, let's just go back to 1 hour, would be easier to see, where I was trading around this area. Remember that actually from previous 1-2 weeks, and the market did exactly the same last week and went back into this channel. And so as I said, I didn't trade pound except the news. This were my trades, and actually you can see that market moved back into this previous downtrend. So, but what happened here and what you could make in here easily, look at this. It's, as I'm saying, this week market performed very well with all the strategies. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, this week would have been just perfect for making good profit on all these pairs. So right here you can see that was the Monday and Tuesday, so there's nothing like if you would analyze it, you wouldn't go for any, well, I wouldn't go for any trades. But on Tuesday, you can see when it started to break, well, except yes, I could put, for example, orders around this area, because again, this area, this level, this price became very important as the market is trying to go back and all the time moving around this area. So again, could have just placed the orders, and as you can see, on Tuesday, if I would place my usual 20 pips order, let's say, and take 10 pips, even 20 pips, and then put a trading stop, so easily on that movement could have made my normal 10 pips profit. And you can see the market actually moved like 50 pips. So, which at that point, I mean, I draw this line using just this bottom and that bottom. At that point, you wouldn't know where it stops. So let's say I would take it away at this point, you wouldn't know where it stopped. And we're also tricky here, as you can see, it's actually created something like pattern called head and shoulders, which I didn't tell you about because I do consider this pattern, but I don't trade the pattern itself. And so you know that head and shoulders is also, if you have a trend, head and shoulders will mean a change of the trend. But as I'm saying, it's not always, if you don't use any other levels or anything else, it might not work. But it's not as good as triangle, for example. That's why I do bear it in mind. And like here, it was showing that market would change, and of course I could have put trades here, and but usually the strength of the movement, so wherever it went up, it would have go down the same distance. But here you see it didn't happen. This didn't happen, but using my, let's say, safe mode again, when you just take some positions, close in some positions, move your stop loss to a safe area, and if you want to just go for smaller profit, it would have been possible, except risking a little bit more, and you could have been awarded even more. But as I'm saying, it all depends how big is your account. If you're using money management, what is your purpose, what do you want to get, and how much you want to risk. So it's all up to you guys, but you can see the opportunities, it's all working, it's all working well. Of course, this week it's perfect, previous week was good, we don't know what's going to be next week or the week after, but you can see again and again, it still works, well. So that's the one opportunity. So, and market returned again to the same price, and again, you can just, I would have placed the orders, I would have placed them, same thing again, and you can see another movement done exactly the same again, like about 50 pips movement, so easily to make another 10 pips. I mean, with very low risk, 10 pips would have been no problem. Next, I believe there was some news for pound, but as I'm saying, it's about 12 o'clock maybe. As I'm saying, I didn't concentrate on those pairs this week because I was waiting for euro. I was concentrating on euro because of the main news, and that's what I usually do before such big news. I usually concentrate on one pair. And as I'm saying to you, I'm showing you all the pairs, so you will see the opportunities with the other pairs. Usually I use the other pairs when I don't see anything for my favorite euro and dollar. So, and then I will go to the other pairs and see what is going on the market with them, if there are any good patterns there. But as I'm saying, usually I like the triangles and well, something else if I see a very good channel or anything. Well, and but not when it's like those major news. So there are opportunities here. As you can see, some of you are asking, the channel system, does it work? As I'm saying, if you don't see channels, that means there are no conditions on the market. If there are conditions on the market, the channel does work. Look at this, in pound, look at this beautiful channel, it's a huge channel. And you can see how many candles you have, like 60 candles. And it's very narrow channels, about what, 80 pips, about 10 pips. This is what I usually look for, about 10 pips channel. This is a very good one, and you can see the good movement. You know, the stronger channel, the better the movement. So I mean, on this movement, again, what you can do, 100 pips, 150 pips. It's a lot. I mean, again, 10 pips, 20 pips. Well, depends what news were for pound. If we were really strong news, as I'm saying, on the news, you really need to be careful and place in a bigger profit, like take 20 pips or like 30 pips, and then place in a trailing stop, because it could be slippery and anything can happen. And so the price can jump, the market can jump. So but you can see this was absolutely perfect channel. And there is another opportunities was also here. Look at this. This is also the channel. I mean, it was Friday and American news, and you could go into the trade even before the news. And as you know, remember, and as I was explaining on one of my news trading system, the same, if you have that beautiful channel, which, look, it's from 6 o'clock the previous day, and again, it's like 40 pips, 40 candles. So you could have go into this trade, and before the news, you can see, look, it's about 80 pips movement. So you could have been already into this trade, close some positions, place, of course, the stop loss just in case, but and before the news, you already secure some positions, you already will be in a good trade, and again, you could have placed some more orders here. As I was saying in my strategy, if you watch my videos, you know all of this. You know all these techniques, how you could make even more money with these simple strategies. And even if there would have been a very big jump or anything from the news, I mean, look, to go back to, if you would secure it somewhere around, it's like 50 pips jumping. I mean, well, of course, anything can happen, but you know the risks of trading on Forex. You should know all of this, but you can see all these opportunities. And I'm saying that's all. This week was absolutely amazing for trading. If you didn't use these opportunities, I mean, on each and every pair, quite more popular pairs, let's say, pound, euro, you could have made really good profit this week. So that's why I just was showing to you examples of how quite easy, if you know what to look for, if you know how to do all these things. But everything I'm telling you about is nothing extraordinary, let's say. It's all very simple. It's just the lines, it's just analyzing the market. You don't need any indicators like averages, MACD or anything. You don't really need this. All you need to know the market, you know, to levels, to draw the levels, to predict and think where it could move, and just take the risks, of course. Think about money management. Always remember, as I'm saying again, warning, it's a very big risk. You can make money, you can also lose money, and you really need to use money management. And if you are not sure, never go into trading. Don't invest any money, don't do it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye everyone.